of us signing around here. Welcome back to a new episode of Black IC, Hearts of Iron 4. So, as you can see, we got plenty of experience. Let's just use it accordingly and upgrade some of our airplanes. Or we can create a patent MBT. But no, we don't need it now. Perhaps later. Now, let's do what I said. And let's replace a new type of airplane. There you go. So as you can see here, we already have E1. Let's go with jet cats, for example, the F-84 Thunderjet. You can of course try to upgrade here as much as possible because you got 448 experience. So as you can see, we already, that will be all. So the Jetcast E1 is gonna be what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna try to create the best airplane available because we got plenty of experience. I mean, why not? Anyway, let's go on the game. Now, a major problem that we have is that we have too many special forces right now, and I'm trying to change this. But the problem is that I can't. Yeah, let's just check and see what can we do here. So there's nothing specifically. We're just creating a few more divisions because we've got plenty of material. We're gonna take a look here. We've got plenty of light armor, fast tank destroyer, LVT vehicles, medium armor 5,000, heavy armor 1,000. Tank destroyers, we also have more, medium SPG and medium armor. So I got everything we need here because we have a massive industry. We are the United States of America. Even heavy artillery we have enough, and coastal artillery. Even rocket artillery. As you can see, infantry equipment we captured from the Japanese 800,000, so this is also enough. And field uniforms and Thompson. We also got a lot of field uniforms from Japanese that we have captured because last episode Japan capitulated after we heavily bombarded them. As you can see, they capitulated and we have managed to take the territory back from them because they have somehow been occupied by the Germans. I don't understand how that happened. So here they are with their 6 divisions and plenty of manpower and a lot of industry bonuses. Unfortunately, the rest of Japan has been captured by China, as you can see, but we do have good relationship with China, including military access. They have generated a lot of war tension and they have claimed our territory. They could declare war on us, and I thought they're gonna have more units. Anyway, they are a strong faction now, and a fearsome enemy. I just hope they were gonna defeat the Soviets and the Germans before they're gonna be able to do something. As you can see, against the Soviets, very soon the British will launch an offensive. They have a lot of troops that are being prepared here. Oh, look at them, they are inviting us into faction again, which is of course very good. Although I think we were already in faction. We have joined allies. We have created unfortunately too much war tension, that's why we have been kicked out of the faction, but frankly, who cares? Irkutsk is ours. And this is of course very important. So we could actually advance a little bit farther in this area. I just hope that the Russians will not encircle us here. We got some battles with the Russians here. What I want to do is to get out Germany first. Here we got some chances of defeating the Russians. These guys are not doing anything here. Which means that we should move them forward to this area, perhaps. As you can see, we are attacking the Russians here with 6 Marine divisions. And this guy also seemed to get some more bonuses and experience, including a Ranger Battalion Organizer. She's already skill 4. General Walker. Jungle Rat, Logistics Wizard and Offensive Doctrine, as well as Winter Specialist is what is gonna win very soon. I got, of course, plenty of divisions waiting here. They're not doing anything, but it's okay. Because we're just gonna use them somewhere else, such as this guy here, which is also level 4. General Ducator. And also got General Simpson, which is a very good general here. Good fighter and trickster. What he's gonna get very soon. And this is the territory that we have managed to annex. Here are the Chinese with their billions of divisions. There is Burma, which has already created 31 divisions. They're gonna be able to defend against the Chinese. But with these guys they have, look at that, they have 10 million men on only 15 division, British Raj. Good, and now here, the Brazilian forces are being knocked up by the Russians, but the British are able to advance here and try to take back Sochi or Sochi or something. And the Germans, I think, are the one to lose this. I really want the Germans to lose in order to be able to annex and then fight the Bolsheviks. Because Germany really is a superpower compared to the Bolsheviks. So if they're gonna take Germany out, I'm pretty sure they're gonna take the Soviets out as well. But, just as Churchill said, Germany first. So let's see what can we do here against the Germans. Now as you can see we're taking plenty of attrition. But we are however being able to defend against the German attack here, which seems that they have to fight here in the mountains. That's why it's looking very bad for them. Now we could try to push forward here. Hoping that we're gonna make it through. Although they got more air force than we have. So I don't think this is gonna work. And here there are also mountains, is the Alp mountains, that's why it's not gonna work. Okay, what about here? Are we able to advance in this area? We got plenty of troops here. This guy is in charge, he could use a few more divisions. Right, but it seems that he doesn't have any other divisions at disposal. At the time, so he cannot do anything, cannot attack. That means that the only way to advance will be against the Bolsheviks. Germans keep trying to attack us here. The British have arrived also with a lot of divisions, however they have no divisions defending Britain here. And they are still creating a lot of divisions as well. There are 228, but unfortunately no manpower, so this is a real big problem. Continuation of politics. Secured the imperial shipping routes, especially air service. Chief of Staff Committee. Grand Slam bomb, strategic bombing. Prepare for the inevitable. Anti-submarine training school. British Commonwealth Air Training Plan. Motivated miners. Bevin Boys Industry. Food from New Zealand. Convoy System Priority, Colonial Elite, National Service Number 2 Act, Division Training Time, and it's got strikes. So they have strikes here. Emergency Powers Act. America doesn't have strikes, but British and Italy does have strikes. I'm not sure why, but this is what it seems to be. I've got a few research slots available that we've got, of course. Here, let's see if we got something to research here. I think here we might be done as well with the research. We've got nothing else left to research. Here the same situation. I'm gonna take a look. And I think here is also the same situation. We have researched absolutely everything that we had to research. There is absolutely nothing left to do. And here, oh, here we got the patent tank. Yeah, absolutely, the MBT patent tank. Okay, let's go. So, World War I doctrines, it seems they also have nothing left here. World War II doctrines, I think we're also done. Naval tax, we're also done. Here, ship designs, research everything. Here, naval doctrine, we're also here done. Airfield, we have researched everything we had here in this field. There is nothing left here, including jet airplanes. Air doctrine, we're done. Here, industry, we're also done, including atomic bomb. And we've got plenty of atomic bombs, just so we can have even more. And actually here is where we still got something to research. As you can see, some stuff. Some tiny things. Let's go on with fuel storage. First, 12 days. And then let's go on with origin loss when moving, road network 5. Alright, let's go on with schools, training time minus 4%. In Connecticut, we're gonna go on with digging speed, entrenching speed 9%, and in South Dakota, also do something. Dockyard output 6% more ship repair, absolutely. Here, I think we're supposed to have something else to research because we're done. Actually, everything we had. What about here? Also nothing left. Of course the tanks, but we don't have any tanks now. Left. Here, we're also done. Here we're also finished. In Virginia, we are also done a long time ago, and wait a minute. Technology to research, but I thought that we were done here as well. And it seems that we are. Got plenty of bonuses here for research, that's 6%. Which is of course very good. And plenty of war support and some other stuff from Virginia's nation. Rations from New Zealand, supply consumption. Army of the United States. Long-range strategic bombing doctrine. Women's Armed Service Integration Act. Oh, got so many bonuses here. Motivated miners too. Unrestricted submarine warfare. Frank Wallace, the reactor. Motivated Army level 10. Motivated Air Force. What could possibly go wrong? Stability 20%. Motivated populace level 1. Oh, that's good. Research center bonus construction. And some other stuff, but actually we're done here. We don't really need to research anything else. Okay, you can move also forward as far as I can see. You can stop them. And you can attack, we can attack the Bolsheviks and move actually forward with this. We're gonna push them back right there. The Bolsheviks have brought up a lot of divisions here. They have at least 1,000 division and plenty of manpower yet. But this is really the proletariat divisions. Oh my god, I think they can have even more divisions. As you can see, they are losing actually, as far as I can see. And they are being pushed back, to say the least. Including here, in Zolochin. And we could advance even furthermore. I would just like to go in this direction, however. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do it. 73%. Okay, so then we're gonna be able to move forward here as well. Yeah, you can move wherever you want. We can definitely move forward everywhere, basically. Okay, let's move you there with these 2 divisions to try to push them back even more. 63% seems this is not gonna work. But we're gonna try anyway. And we're gonna try to advance farther in the northern. And we're just gonna try... Oh, what is this? I think this is a rebellion. This is how it looks like. I just cannot see what is hiding in there, but I think it's a rebellion. Let's just send the unit right there anyway. Because, yeah, this is the only place where we got some trouble, so let's take care of it anyway. And we have some battles here. The Germans are still attacking us with their submarines. And it seems that the Axis forces are starting to lose a lot of manpower. Good. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's do some action here. So let's see, what can we attack? Now here we're taking plenty of attrition. As you can see, it seems that the Germans will counterattack us relentlessly. However, we could, for example, try to force them back, for example, here, 70%. Yeah, it's gonna work good because they lack resources and we have plenty in manpower, I think. And we've got basically plenty of air support, so we're just gonna move forward here as well, and we're gonna try to push forward even more. Now here, let's see what is going down. It doesn't look very good. But the British are supporting us. We could theoretically, they're attacking with 2 divisions. They have air support and they're attacking, actually they're attacking everywhere, so I find it to be a little bit dangerous to attack. Let's try to go forward to Passau. They also got 3 divisions and Patton is doing a great job here. There is an Italian leader there defending. Maybe we're gonna make it through Passau here. That would be good. That would be very good if we're gonna make it through. I think they gotta take this back because they got air support. I think that's the problem. They're attacking here as well. So the Germans are still representing a huge threat. As you can see, they're also attacking here with some Romanian units. I was actually thought that they can be able to advance, but it's not the case, and the Soviets are also advancing there as well. There are massive battles with the Soviets, and it seems that the British are able to move forward. However, they're doing this very slowly and very carefully. Here, the Brazilians are moving forward as well. It would be good to unite this front line here. That would be really very good. Alright, where are you guys moving? There, okay, very good. So I think that here, we're just gonna have to wait a little bit. Here, it said that we're gonna advance, but we're not gonna advance there, for example. Okay, wait a minute. Why don't you 2 advance in there, so we're gonna get closer to these guys? We should push them forward in this area, which I think will mean a lot of attrition. Local supplies 5%. And still more Soviet Union troops. Okay, we got some air wings that are doing nothing. Oh yes, in Germany, this is good. Let's just send them. Actually, they're all of them standing by. Okay, we're not gonna need you. So, let's select all of them and let's send them in. I would say let's just send them, we'll go, yeah, they're gonna, just send them right there. They're gonna have some air support, however, I just don't understand how is that the Germans are having air support here. But at least the better was air support. So I think they have managed to move back. Now, we could, for example, try to take it back if we can. Got only 1 Volkssturm militia, oh good. That is very good, actually. Oh, we seem that we can move forward here as well. This is fantastic. Of course, they're gonna try to stop us. Can we launch a nuclear bomb on them? No, it seems we can't. We don't have any air support. We're gonna need more. Oh, we can launch it here. My goodness. This is very good. So we have advanced here. I think we might have a possibility to advance here too. And here as well. So let's just try our luck. 55%. Doesn't really seem so. But we can of course try to do our best. They got 4 divisions. And here is again mountainous area, so it's gonna be difficult to do something. But we might advance here with a little bit of luck. We already have our 10th Armored Division that is being entrenched. Seasoned soldiers. 16,000 men. A lot of type of new tanks, which are very good. We got air support here, and this is a massive air support what we got. And we managed to advance here as well. I think we're gonna capture 1 more airfield. Airfields are crawling with or allied airplanes, just as was in the real life, I have to say. Which is, of course, not a bad thing, but I would prefer to bring our own airplanes. So we managed to advance here. We got advanced farther against the Germans. This is absolutely fantastic. Of course, they're gonna try to take us out with everything they got. If the Italians are attacking us, and all kind of troops are attacking us. We could move forward to Passau. Let's see if we can do it. 58%, but only one German Luftwaffe division. And I also hope they're gonna avoid encirclement from the Germans. As you can see, we're just gonna try to reform, and we're just gonna see what's gonna happen. But like I said, I'm just gonna try to avoid encirclement. So we're gonna have to be careful that we're not gonna send too many troops here, because they could counterattack relentlessly, and they could wipe us out. So I think that we have moved even farther, and we're gonna even move even more farther than that. But attacking with only one division, they're just not gonna have any chance at all. The situation is moving steadily on our side. This must be organized. Yeah, organized planning speed. Since they get some support from the bitches. This is very strange. Oh, look at this division. This is completely destroyed. Almost. Another counterattack. But it seems that the Axis forces are able to advance a lot. I didn't expect this, I have to say. And Soviets too. They have already brought entire armies at the border here, in here too. So that means that, although it seems that the Brazilians are keep advancing anyway. And we are also advancing against the Russians. This thing is moving forward very slowly, but we're still able to advance, and this is of course very good. Alright, let's move forward here, before the Russians will arrive. So we have managed to beat them there. Let's try to beat them there again, 55%. They got 3 divisions. We're gonna, of course, keep busy. And I would like to modify this a little bit, because we're not gonna need to take all that territory. I don't think that any Russian division will come and attack us. So that we're just gonna have to push them back here. I don't think they're gonna arrive in the north and take us out. I think it's very improbable. So there is a rebellion there, just I thought, but it doesn't actually matter. We're creating a lot of territorial brigades and harbor defenses, and as you can see, train time is minus 12%, which is of course also very good. We could create new battalions because we got so much experience. And another thing that I wanted to do, here come the Japanese, is that I would like to, they have a tiny territory here, but this is a very important territory, including Tokyo and stuff like that, so we could rely on the Japanese. Like I said, I would like to, because we have a lot of ships here and a lot of airplanes, we'd like to send them back because we're not going to need them. And I'd like to send them against the Germans that, as you can see, are attacking us right now. So we could, for example, move forward in this area or in this area. The Germans will launch a huge offensive against us. I'm sure they're just gathering their forces here and they're waiting to reinforce. And they're gonna definitely attack. Even the Russians are attacking here. And they said that they are being able to cross into Romania. It is possible that the Russians will beat the Germans, or Germany. In that case, we could send all of our armies against the Russians, and I hope that we can manage to survive the Russian attack. The Russians are having thousands of divisions and manpower, so if they can launch a huge offensive against us, just as they are doing here, they could encircle a lot of British troops and take back a lot of their lost territory right away in Iran and everywhere. So the Russians are, of course, dangerous, but I'm still confident they're gonna win the war against them anyway. In worst case scenario, we could launch a lot of nuclear bombs on them. Yeah, it seems that the Germans are being pulled back a lot. plenty of troops here, and so they are having. Gonna try a counterattack here. Only 45% because they got 7 divisions they brought up. And I'm gonna have to cross the river, so that means that attack, I think, will be very reduced. Actually, not too much is the supply that is the problem. And their air superiority. Yeah, they have a huge air superiority and even more troops, so it's not gonna work here. It was everything in vain. And here's still a mountainous area. It's also not good. It means that if you're gonna attack, it's just not gonna work at all. However, here it would work because they also have low supply, I think. And the Germans are in real trouble because the Russians are advancing, I think. This is the trouble that the Germans are facing right now. Anyway, we should just keep the front line here with the Russians. And we shouldn't be pulled back. I know the situation is daring everywhere. Okay, you go and take that. Although British troops have arrived here, but also Brazilian militias. The Germans are just attacking from time to time. Okay, you can stop the offensive. Yeah, this Brazilian militia are advancing all over the place here, and the Russians are having a little bit of a hard time, although this is actually their territory, so they should be able to advance. Just as we are advancing here. 52%, it's not gonna work. Okay, let's advance, or try to advance there, 65%. Wait a minute, where are they? Ah, these guys are advancing already, that's very good. Let's go in there, 74%, so we're gonna have to push them back. Also, we're gonna have to take that airfield, good. That will be very important. Let's try another attack from you. Okay, let's try to move up there in the northern, cross that, 47%. Alright, so the troops are moving forward. Like I said, I don't think there will be any trouble there. These guys are starting to reoccupy the territory, unfortunately. Shall we open a new front line against Russia? That is the question. Because this is, of course, our territory, but we're still taking a lot of attrition everywhere. That is a bit of a problem. We are being able to push back these Russian forces, as you can see. We're conquering a relatively big amount of Russian territory that will decrease their manpower and industrial power. Such as here, for example. Okay, let's attack here. Yeah, that's a very good idea. You also have some air support. Alright, so situation is looking very good here. I also got a very good general invader and organizer, General Collins. And soon he's gonna be logistics result and offensive doctrine. He's gonna have urban assault and all kind of stuff, which is of course very important. Many troops are not able to move forward. What are we building? We're building still 2 more nuclear reactors in order to have more nuclear weapons. We're gonna need an enormous number of nuclear weapons if we want to win this. Military police in all those states gonna have to build a lot of military police stations, and we're also trying to upgrade our what's this here? Motivated populace. Alright, good. Our factories. As you can see, we have now an enormous dockyard output, and especially factory output. This is absolutely insane. This is insane. Our output is incredible, and this is great. Guided missile, we're also producing a lot of midway class and some other stuff. We're just gonna hope that we're gonna produce as much as possible, as much as we're gonna need. As you can see, we already have here an enormous fleet with 16 carriers that I think we should already send out to patrol somewhere in order to completely encircle Russia and Germany. For example, in the Black Sea. That would be a good idea. So, or in all this area. So let's send them in. It seems that this is the best guy that we can have here. So let's send a patrol in these 3 areas, G and C and stuff like that. Because he got so many ships. But he's got only 2 ships, that's why. Let's just see, maybe he's gonna have more. No, it doesn't seem so. So it was a reorganization. Okay, so he's just gonna have to move in this area, and he's not gonna take care of this. But it doesn't matter, he's still got, because he's got 2 task forces, so he cannot secure all these 3 areas. It means that we're just gonna have to remove this region, for example. Shift and right click. Okay, so he's gonna arrive here and here, and that's okay with me. Because we're just gonna have to secure all this region. He's got anyway a huge, as far as I know, a huge fleet. So it should be alright. Okay, what's going on in this area? Because I was hoping that we're gonna advance. We've launched another massive offensive against the Germans here. For example, try and take this tiny territory. Because the British are watching our back, and as you can see, we also have some air support, of course not too much, but a little bit. And we should use perhaps more of our airfields here, because we've captured some of the airfields. Is this ours? No, it says capacity 0, and these are already full, but it seems we're gonna make it here. We're gonna take this out, and we're gonna advance farther into Germany. I think that the Russians will also do, as far as I can see. But like I said, if Germany will fall first, then it's gonna be alright. Still having a massive fleet. Here, there's some belief they are counterattacking us in this area. As you can see, they're gonna make it. They're gonna advance here as well. 72%. Here they're not gonna make it. Because they have just recovered some of their strength and they are completely wiping us out. I don't understand how, because of the supply. The supply is terrible. The supply is really terrible. Here we're counterattacking them. They have a Panzer division. We're gonna do a good job. Okay, let's try to capture this territory, for example, so they are bringing up some reinforcements. This Borneo garrison is, my god, is so poor. Why is it so poor here? I just don't have too many bonuses. The only good general in this place is Patch Alexander, level 4. He's got Ranger Battalion, Invader, and Organizer, right? And more are the skills to come. Logistics Wizard. I think I'm gonna make it here. Two more divisions attacking, but as you can see, because of the mountain, is looking like shit. So this is there, we're not gonna make it. Oh, they managed to take out Vigneault. Oh, this is pathetic. Come on, you gotta take it back. You're really gonna have to take this back. 71%. With air support, we should really be able to take it back, and the same situation here. And the same there. Patch Alexander will need more units, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay, how can we relieve the situation so that we're gonna invade here too? Because you got plenty of divisions that are not doing anything, including this marine divisions that we could use to invade somewhere else. Now, there are many possibilities, I would say. Open up a new front line in Germany and Kiel would be a possibility, for example. Or to open up a new front line against Italy right here will also be a possibility. But they can, of course, completely encircle us right away. It's not gonna be easy. Or we could launch another one in here, in deal with them. It's gonna break them down, I think. Just need to gather this guy right here, or in Dubrovnik. Although the Italians are having plenty of divisions here, and they're gonna send even more. Look at them, they got 8 divisions. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but this will turn them on because, yeah, against Germany, I'm not quite sure, they don't have another port here. We could try to invade Normandy in Brest, for example, and open up a new front line here. That would be, for example, great to try to invade Germany. Here they got too many divisions, they will arrive right away, and I think can kill the same situation. And they basically have 80%. Patch Alexander is just about to take this territory back. These guys are also moving back from here, if I'm not wrong. Not sure how they could attack through this river. So they're gonna bring even more divisions, so it's not gonna work. So where should we invade? We could launch an invasion and break the guys out. I, however, don't want to unite our front lines with the Russians. I want to take out Germany separately, because if you're gonna invade here and all these nations will surrender, then we're gonna have a common front line with the Russians, and it's gonna be a pain to fight the Russians, because I know they have thousands of divisions in this border here on the Eastern Front. But maybe we should do it. Anyway, Germany, I think, will fall for sure and very soon. I'm 100% certain about that. Here, it will simply not work. It simply is not working. But in Avignon has worked. The French are attacking. Right, so I think we have 4 divisions in Bordeaux. In Bayonne, they have no one. 4 divisions here, very well. Patch Alexander has advanced. In Nantes, for example, would also be an idea to invade, or in Lorient, where it might be possible that they're not gonna have no units here. Or they got level 6 port. And invade in Lorient, and then try to take them out all the way around. And basically invade them in 2 regions. Because this one is also having some port and it has nothing, and try to occupy all this territory. And wait a minute, how would we do it on the sea? Are we controlling everything? Yeah, we are controlling almost everything, actually. We are patrolling basically everywhere. Yeah, so that would be a good idea to invade Germany, because I'm pretty sure that Germany will be weakened very soon. They have sent thousands of their divisions, but I'm sure they were gonna weaken them. And trying to establish a new front line in this area would be even better. So my plan is to take out these 2 ports, these 2 strategic ports. We got 2 guys with whom we could do this. These are the guys. And with all those divisions, I'm sure we could defend here very well. And we could, of course, invade from England. So let's do this. Like I said, we're gonna take Lorient and this one, and we're gonna try to break as quickly as possible in here and encircle these divisions, take out all this peninsula in Normandy, and open up a new front line here. That is the plan. We can do it. Let's do it. So first of all, invasion plan from Plymouth. You're gonna go to in this area, and you gonna have to order to invade from Cardiff to Lorient, and then you're gonna move forward. I hope, unfortunately, not all of these units will arrive, but it's gonna be alright. And we're gonna also need a backup army, so let's see who shall we send. The backup army, do we have one? Yeah, we have one, we have 2. But I'd like to send this guy here because I think he's the best. Let's first of all send him right here in England, and let's ask him to defend some of the territory here. He just need to be around, just in case they were gonna invade, we're gonna open up a new front line, and it's gonna help. Right, so you're just gonna take care of all this region in southern England. Look at him, he's got infantry leader, he's got so many skills, he's one of the best generals we have. And we're gonna imply him to do this. So a new major offensive, and of course we're gonna also have this guy in Japan that is gonna be ready to do something to invade. Japan is now being defended also against Also against China. They got 6 divisions, I'm pretty sure they gotta put even more. Got plenty of manpower and airplanes. A lot of bonuses. Of course a tiny territory, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a good job. Yeah, now we got a lot of trouble in Russia. Although it seems that it's going down because yeah, it seems that this situation here is guys 41 by minus 5% because resistance to occupation minus 5%, 36 resistance grow minus 30%, occupation policy gentlest, local resources, resistance effects, local supplies, whatever. So it's actually looking okay. Right. In the meantime, here I was thinking and I thought that we're gonna keep advancing. Definitely gonna have to keep advance. I have to take that airfield as well. These guys are moving forward too. Actually, all of these guys are moving forward, which is absolutely great. He's gonna, of course, have to move forward into central Russia and try to take as much territory as possible from them. If you want to do something, we really need to continue our offensive against Russia. And, oh, there are some incredible battles in here. This is very good. The British are attacking the Russians. Now, the Russians are counterattacking relentlessly, but as you can see, they have little chances of doing something. Wherever there are some British troops that are being pulled back, here, no offensive has been called, although they could actually advance. But the Brazilian troops have advanced a lot, I have to say it. They could cross the river here, move forward. Here is some Russian counteroffensive that perhaps not going to bring anything. And here are the Allied troops that are also trying to advance. Who's gonna win, who's gonna have more air support? It seems that the Axis forces are having more air support. And the same situation here. Now we cannot launch a nuclear bomb on them. They will completely break them. Here, it seems that we could launch theoretically a new offensive. But the question is where? We could launch it there, for example. 62%. And it's looking good. We were supposed to have air support, but unfortunately we don't have. There are a lot of mixed troops, including German and Italian units. But it seems that we're getting the upper hand of this, which is of course also very good. This is what's going on here. So it seems that Avignon has not been taken yet, which is very unfortunate. And here we also didn't do anything. They have pulled us back here. Let's try, for example, or perhaps a major offensive in Avignon, because as you can see there's planes, and we were supposed to have support here. We have a lot of Grenadier Division, stuff like that, but I think we're doing a better job. That's what I got here. Plan Z Naval Industry, Dockyard Output. Motivated Consumption Level 4. Advanced Science, whatever. They still got plenty of manpower, 400,000, and also a lot of divisions, again. Gotta put them back out of Avignon here, which is very good. This is what we're gonna try here. Not sure that it's gonna work, but we will try it anyway. The Russians as well as the Germans are also losing some troops. Actually, the Russians are having more manpower now, and also more divisions, like 700 divisions. That's even more. They didn't reduce this, they still got 3-year draft and stuff like that. And they are still motivating to get more resources. Proletariats to the front. Factory output minus 15%, data position party support. Military factory construction speeds. Construction repair. They're sending more troops to the front, that's why perhaps they get even more manpower. Estimated manpower. Right, and these guys, we're gonna use them to invade. They're not yet there, as they're gonna take forever to get into position. They're gonna also need 48 hours to prepare. But everything is alright. Ah shit, here it's starting to grow. Oh, very unfortunate. Oh yes, it seems that the Allied forces have managed to advance a lot here, but they are now stuck. And no one is advancing here except our units. Okay, you can go directly to Brask if you can. Well, there are a lot of units all over the place there, so okay, let's try to move with this mechanized division. Let's see if they're gonna do something. Second LVT battalion. Oh man, I think this is an invading battalion. 93%, very good, 5,000 men. But they are doing a great job there. That's very good. Right, so we're gonna capture that as well. Basically advancing almost everywhere, but it's still seen. Where are you moving? You really should advance in this area. So they got 2 divisions with whom they're attacking. And they said they're gonna break us down. Yeah, this is gonna be much better. You can move forward in the northern, and then Yakutsk, we're gonna have to take this as well. It doesn't seem they got too many provisions. And here, I suppose that no Russian unit will be to arrive in this area and surplus. I think not. However, the Russians have brought up a lot of troops here. What's going on here? Really, terrain is a problem, and we still got this penalty shit. It seems nothing's going on here. Nothing is changing. But we're just gonna push the Russians even more back. Yeah, they're just gonna try to encircle us, maybe. This could be possible. Perhaps we're still gonna have to take this after all. Just gonna need a new army to do this. Of course, we were able to advance, but I think they are sending a lot of new divisions in this area right now, as you can see, and we're doing the same. Just gonna advance even farther more. It's looking alright. I just hope that the British will also launch an offensive. Here the Russians have launched a huge offensive, and it seems that they are being able to drive the British back. And the British still didn't manage to get all these units out of here. Yeah, with the Russians it's gonna be difficult as far as I can see. But perhaps not with the Axis forces. We have managed to take Avignon, and now we're gonna keep it. They have only 2 divisions here. Am I seeing right? Yeah. That means that it's time for us to move forward. And I know it's gonna be difficult, because they got 2 divisions, and as you can see, we got almost no fucking attack here with our tanks. But whatever, let's try it. Alright, so as you can see, a lot of advancements in all fields. Here, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, I think, yeah, we're able to move forward. That's fantastic. Patton is able to move forward towards Dachau. This indeed is fantastic. I didn't expect this. We have broken, like, I would say, we've broken the line here with the Germans, and we're moving forwards towards Berlin. Now they're gonna attack us. Yeah, I was certain about that. So I don't think we're gonna be able to kill this, but we will try. Luftwaffe fell division. Here is also see that we gotta do something because we still got plenty of air support. Right, I have an idea. Can we put up? Yeah, we can put up some bombers or something like that. That I hope we'll be able to, or some heavy fighters as well. But we doesn't seem to get too many of them. We're just gonna use them somewhere else. I'd like to use some heavy bombers first. We're supposed to have a lot of them. Yeah, that's right, we got plenty of them. Especially this guy, just 100 of them, the B-15. And you're just gonna go and bombard Germany as well. But we're gonna, of course, need air superiority for that. Let's see, so we could actually send you everywhere. We could just send you right here. In East Berlin. Go and bombard Berlin, and we're gonna send even 100 more. Not gonna have too many. Alright, bombard, what can you bombard? Köln, this region. That's good. That's very good. Right, so we are full here. We could point some more airplanes here as well, also some strategic bombing. The bomber B. That's right. You should bombard Stuttgart. And this area too. But we're just gonna leave it like that. We're just gonna have to destroy Germany for good. From here. We should destroy the entire German industry. Now as far as I can see, as you can see, we're bombarding them everywhere. Oh my god, we have such a huge airspeed. In fact, I think we can launch the nuclear bomb here. Oh yes, goodness, this is great. Yeah, what about here? Yeah, as you can see, they have a lot of damages here. Actually, 100% damage. We just need to repair everything, infrastructure and everything. They are completely broken. The Germans are about to collapse. I said that and I'm gonna say it again. They still have, however, a lot of troops, but we're bombarding them incredibly. And we also have, as far as I know, a lot of airplanes that I'd like to send back because they don't really need all of this. So we're just gonna send them back here. And don't need the strategic bombers. Send equipment in reserve. We just got too many of them. We're just really not gonna need them. I think we might also have some airplanes right here. Oh yes, you can do a good job there. Got also plenty of airplanes in this area that shouldn't do anything. That aren't actually doing anything. They are most of them busy right here. They are actually okay, but the one that is standing by, we should. We got no missions. We should just send them in reserve. Not gonna need them. This will increase also our population a bit more. Standing by. I'm gonna need you as well. I got thousands of planes here in the Philippines that we're not gonna need. Look at them, there are so many of them. We're just gonna have to send, but I would like to send all of them. The ones that are standing by, we're just gonna send them out. Really not gonna need them. Just have to take care a little bit of the situation. As you can see, we're gonna have now more manpower. Because we got so many guys that are standing by here. Right. We're not gonna need that many airplanes. They are doing a great job, even if you're gonna go at war with China, so that's why I would like to lead them a little bit. But most of them, we're just not going to need them. And here too. on the fighter wings. Then of course die hards. But I'm not gonna need that many of them. And I'm gonna really have a lot of planes in reserve. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. Oh, all of this are in Italy. Also not gonna need them, let's just send them out. They're occupying anyway too much of this. The problem is that the airbase is overcrowded. It is indeed. Whatever, I don't understand what that was. And now we don't have any other planes that are not doing anything. There are a lot of planes that are actually active. Good. If the British will support us, we're gonna launch a new offensive against the Germans, since they got thousands of divisions. We can also get closer to Munich and Passau. And our troops for invasion here will gather here very soon, I'm pretty sure about that. Right, can we advance in this area as soon as now we're taking so much attrition and the Germans are being able to pull us back? Let's launch another attack here, because it should actually go easy. 62% of plain terrain. I think we should advance. And I'm pretty sure also that the Germans will counterattack us. They got so many divisions here. They're gonna definitely attack us. Okay, against the Russians, we should also advance even forward. This guy is moving back. Very good. A few divisions, they're not doing anything. Let's just send them in the north, for example. Yeah, now we're gonna have more divisions attacking the Russians. And as well as these guys, you can attack them directly if you can. 86%, very good. Like I said, we're just gonna have to be careful so that no Russian division will manage to cross through, because otherwise we're gonna have some real trouble. I've got another 2 divisions that are not doing anything. You should just keep attacking. Just try to do your best. Okay, you move forward there. Okay, let's try to move forward as well, 61%. Try to take that territory. Okay, these guys are moving forward anyway. I don't want to move too far away in the northern, but I'm gonna have to do it somehow. Yeah, we're gonna have to occupy this. I think attrition here will completely destroy us. However, it's not that bad right now. But I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have to face some tough time here against the Russian this farther north. However, if you're gonna do it, it's gonna be good. So let's see here, the Russians unfortunately are advancing just as I thought. I think they're gonna take that territory back right away from the British that are not able to defend very well. Although they have some air support and they're trying to counterattack the Russians. But in Caucasus is a difficult situation for the Allied forces. Right, theoretically, we could advance, for example, there, but I'm not quite sure about that. And here we also don't have too many troops who are encircled by the Germans. They've sent a lot of units. Yeah, we don't have a chance right now to advance here. I would like to advance, but we don't have any chance. Yeah, another counterattacking by the German forces with only 1 division. So they're gonna tackle more. Here, I also assume that is not gonna work. So we're just gonna have to abandon this for now, before the Germans will attack us. And what's this? Oh, this is Spain. If Spain would also join war against us, or Portugal, they're gonna have a real trouble because they also have a lot of divisions that they're gonna throw at us. I still cannot create this tank because we need more tank destroyers. We're losing too much tank destroyers, and the same situation here, so we're gonna create only 1 of them. In the others, we're gonna be able to create as many of them as we need. And here is the same situation, so we're not gonna create only one, and then not anymore. We're just gonna have to wait. Here, I hope we got everything we need, and we do have indeed everything we need. Right, they're launching a huge offensive. And I think we can do the same. Although it's not gonna work, they got 9 divisions here, the Germans, and our troops are struggling to attack, but it's just not gonna work. We could attack here too. Here I assume this is gonna work, although we don't have too many chances, but it's gonna work a little bit because the terrain is flat and we can theoretically advance here. There is a Romanian division and Italian general, but Patton is the best. And then also air support and some other advantages. And it seems that we're gonna move forward. This is fantastic. This is great. Also attacking them here, although I don't think we're gonna make too much difference. In fact, let's also try to move in these guys and put the pressure on the Germans here. You never know, maybe we're gonna make it. I don't think so. This is pathetic. We just need more units, more supplies and stuff like that. The troops are being, however, entrenched, very firmly entrenched, but our attack is also very high, as you can see here. Although the supplies are playing an important role, and unfortunately, it's looking very difficult. 34% because of the mountainous terrain, so that this is not going to bring anything. But I'm going to take the risk and attack them. Can we put up some more airplanes here? No, because the Allies have taken care of all the airfields that we have captured here. Oh, they have one unit there. That means we could attack them, don't we? 82%, that's right. Should really work. And here you can stand entrenched, although taking a lot of attrition, but you can just stay like that. And you got another chance to advance with these guys, which I'm not sure in which direction it's gonna go. But most importantly is that we're still advancing against the Russians. I think that's the most important stuff. Got a second. Now, why don't you try to stop that division to advance if you can, of course. So we are advancing there anyway. Basically everywhere. We're making it everywhere. Are they moving back? No. Okay, let's move forward. The Russians still don't have enough divisions to cover all of their provinces. But the British have. Oh goodness, where are these guys going? Oh my god, they are gonna cross all of Asia. It's gonna take 1,000 years for them to arrive there. Too bad. Look at these guys, they are so destroyed. If we could arrive with an army there, we could completely and immediately take them out. And Italy, or what's left of Italy, they still got 76 divisions and 0 manpower, no industry right now. So they are losing a lot. Of course, they are getting a lot from they're getting a lot from Germany. I'm pretty sure about that. And they still got a lot of bonuses. Look at this. Beretta pistol. Africa lost. So, managed to advance here? Yeah. Next target would be Regensburg, if you can. That would be very good to keep pushing forward, because this is flat terrain, and where we can attack, we should attack. That's the thing. I think that we can also manage to advance here. You can stay where you are first. We should let the Germans to strike back in that area. So they keep attacking us here. I see that the supplies are getting or are reaching to us harder and harder, but we are basically controlling almost all of Italy. What do we have here? We can launch the nuclear bomb on them. They keep attacking everywhere. I would like to advance with these guys in Regensburg. Those two divisions, or maybe with these guys too. Although I know that this is too much, but let's do it anyway. We never know when it's gonna work. The Germans are anyway almost destroyed, so it should be alright. And the Russians have advanced into Romania lately. They have taken Riga back. Yeah, the Russians are advancing. Germany will fall very soon, I'm 100% sure about that. Okay, unfortunately we're being driven back here. But we are able to advance in Regensburg. All these divisions. Attrition 7%. It's not that bad, I have to say, and if the Germans would counterattack, perhaps we're gonna have some trouble. But the way the situation looks like, I think it's okay here. Yeah, situation is stable in Caucasus as well. The British are trying to advance against the Russians, but it's not going to work. They're pretty well supplied. They have a massive defense here. Look at this. And 23% decryption advantage. They also didn't launch any offensive here. And I thought that the British would be able to push forward against the Russians right there. And here too. Because look at these guys, they are completely out of supplies. We are the only one to advance here against the Russians, or at least try to advance. Now those guys are just standing there. Here also didn't work, so I think we're just gonna have to wait for more troops to arrive. Where are you going? Okay, is someone arriving here? Yeah, there are. Okay, you can move in that area. We should just try to encircle the Russian units. So we are advancing absolutely everywhere. You can move to Yakutsk. Oh, there is another Russian unit there, and you can move right there in the north. Now we're gonna have to put them even more back. But I don't want to go too far away in the north, that's the idea. Let's try to change something. Yeah, we should just leave it the way it is now. Okay, so we should just try to move on as far as we can and try to push them back. Like I said, I don't want to take this territory, Russian territory, it's enormous, and maybe we could take it, but I still don't want to do it. Okay, this guy has so many divisions, so that means that we could take care of the situation here. Oh, 82%. No, it's 0. I think we're might have a rebellion here. I just hope not. We're going to have to take care of all of Russia, of course. All these units are crossing like this. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see what else do we got here. Nothing. The offensive. Oh, they got communist militia. I think most of their divisions are communist militia, actually. Which aren't that bad, as you can see. They have a relatively good amount of defense. Terrain is at their advantage there, for example. Okay, we can stop now the offensive right there. Wait a minute, where are you? Okay, I think that the front line is just too big right now, to say the least. But we could manage to put up a front line with the Russians. A very good front line with the Russians. So who's attacking us here? Infantry Division Berlin. No way. Okay, are we gonna move here from Regensburg? No, I think that they have stopped our advancement there because they were a little bit quick here. We could, however, attack them right here. That would be, of course, a big gamble, but let's try. We're gonna have to cross the river. 65%, and they are defending very good, but we might break them, you never know. Got a better general, so we might break them there. And we could go out and take out Munich or Dachau. That would be indeed very good if we're gonna make it. You cannot attack because of the mountains, so it's gonna be difficult, at least for now. But we'll see. Let's just increase the speed a little bit. Here we can. It's also impossible to attack. We could try to cross the river right there, press all those troops. Let's try it. Because I don't think that there is. Yeah, there's a flat terrain and got 4 divisions against 3, but they are, of course, very firmly entrenched. They can get a little bit of attrition. And, yeah, but I think it's gonna be alright. They kicked us from faction. Stupid motherfuckers, now they are... But it seems, on the Russian pact, we got military access to France, so that's okay. We gotta get back into faction, I'm pretty sure about that. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, they're attacking us. As accepted on the Russian pact, we're just gonna have to stop this and just send the troops whatever you want. So their massive offensive, they're gonna pull us out again from here because we have been kicked from faction. Although, as you can see, we're still fighting together. That massive offensive from the Germans, I'm not sure if it's gonna bring them something. Oh, we have managed to advance here as well in Dachau. That is very good. %. How the fuck is increasing? Okay, then, yeah, just take care of that territory as well. You can, of course, send some troops if you want, I don't care. So, we've got some troops here, but I'm not quite sure how to attack with them. Because it's going to take some time until we're going to manage to advance. And, right, for example, good attack there, 50%. But I think it's going to be even more and more difficult to take out the Germans now. Well, these guys are not doing anything, so why not work? I've got 2 divisions that are firmly entrenched, it's not going to work at all. However, whatever. Doesn't matter, let's just keep taking this territory so that we're going to make a homogeneous front line. Here just built some planes, got 100 CAS. Oh god, it says we are only able to... Yeah, that's okay, let's just put 195, that's okay. Because basically it's another airfield, then why not use it? Okay. So we should move forward, wait a minute. We should move right there. If you can, I mean, why not? So that it's not gonna work in the sense that the Russians will manage to survive here. These guys have been wiped out anyway. Just gonna have to stand there and defend where we are. Here, I think we're gonna advance anyway. And I think here too. Alright, what can we do to drive back the Germans? That is the question. First of all, move forward, right? Should they have taken this and they're gonna also take Marseille? Let's try to drive them back anyway. I hope they didn't take this as well. Although the British are so fucking stupid, they are living with all of their divisions. It's fucking pathetic. What about here? We did manage to advance. We could go on and take out Munich or something else. Rosenheim gonna have to fight in the mountains, so it's gonna be too difficult to do something. We could attack in Dachau, for example. %, so this is going harder and harder to advance. But the Germans are being wiped out, however. I think soon we can have even less and less resources to do something. Of course, they're also attacking against the Russians. Anyway, I'm gonna split the video here and continue next time, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and until next time, bye bye.